Ghana has made significant strides in advancing sexual and reproductive health and rights, SRHR, compared to other West African nations. Through laws, policies, and national protocols, the country has taken meaningful steps to protect and promote these rights for its citizens. But sustaining progress requires more than policies on paper. It requires political will, institutional collaboration, and a collective commitment from all sectors of society.
There should also be frequent collaboration with NGOs, civil society, international organizations, and private sector to scale up efforts and create unified advocacy platforms, as well as engage in policy dialogue and stakeholders engagement, and many more in order to bring the numerous challenges to their barest minimum.
This is why Parliamentary Network Africa, with support from Marie Stopes International Ghana, embarked on a bold project. The objective? To strengthen partnerships with parliamentarians, ministries, and other key stakeholders so that existing SRHR policies do not just remain intentions, but translate into meaningful change in people's lives. This project set out to address policy gaps, institutional delays, and weak collaboration that limit the full implementation of SRHR in Ghana. The journey began with the development of a policy brief, an evidence-based document that captures the state of SRHR in Ghana and points to the gaps that still exist. Next came capacity building. Project staff and partners were trained and equipped with tools to better advocate, engage decision makers, and hold institutions accountable for their commitments. Between March and June 2025, the project rolled out nationwide consultations, traveling to Koforidua, Cape Coast, and Kumasi. In each of these cities, stakeholders sat side by side with civil society organizations, religious and traditional leaders, young people, educators, and health professionals. These gatherings created a safe space for dialogue, where citizens and leaders reflected on Ghana's SRHR journey, celebrating the progress, but also identifying persistent challenges that must be tackled to safeguard the future.
We have a problem as a people. We have a problem as a country, a problem as a continent. What is the problem? The problem is that the rate at which our population is growing, even our best economic and social development interventions cannot match the rate of population growth. I have always argued that the first question of development is not an economic question. Unfortunately, our politicians and our development practitioners and our economists always frame the first question of development as an economic question. The how much? How much will it cost? No. I am firmly of the opinion that the first question of development is a population question, it's a demographic question. It's a how many?
From these meetings, one message rang clear. Collaboration is not optional, but essential. The consultations sparked a shared vision. Across regions, stakeholders pledged to deepen advocacy, enhance legislative monitoring, and produce citizen-friendly tools that explain SRHR issues in simple terms. They called for inclusive platforms where dialogue between Parliament and citizens can thrive, because SRHR is not just a health issue, it is a human rights and development issue.
Strengthening institutional and policy support for sexual and reproductive health is a national necessity. It concerns equity, decency, and the future we hope for our children and future generations. Let's leave today's discussion not just with new ideas, but also with a fresh determination to take action, lead, and be accountable. Together, Let us reflect, review, and reset, and build the Ghana we want, where everyone has the freedom, safety, and confidence to exercise their full rights around sexual and reproductive health, irrespective of gender, age, or geography.
Beyond consultations, the project has also monitored parliamentary proceedings and rolled out social media campaigns to amplify public awareness of SRHR issues. But this is only the beginning. Looking ahead, we intend to achieve a stronger, more inclusive SRHR framework in Ghana, one where parliamentarians are more responsive, institutions are more accountable, and citizens, especially young people, are more informed and empowered. For this to happen, we need collective action. We call on civil society organizations, religious groups, traditional authorities, the media, and every Ghanaian citizen to join this cause. Together, we can ensure that sexual and reproductive health and rights are not just protected in law, but practiced in everyday life.